Hey folks, welcome to the channel. Uh, Tell you where we're at today. We're back at a campsite or a camp spot, campground we were at a couple of weeks ago where I accidentally deleted the video. We're at Heffley-Doolin. That's the way most people pronounce it. That's not the way it's spelled, but it's Heffley-Doolin County Park in Benton County, Iowa. And I'll give you a little look-see here. Probably need to just turn this around. Hang on a second, we'll get her turned around. We are once again on the banks of the beautiful Cedar River. Let me loosen this one knob. There we go. Right on the banks of the Cedar River. I mean, we are camped right on the bank. And if you look, there is a boat ramp down there where that other truck is parked. I think there's probably a total of like 15 campsites here. It's not a bad place, and it's normally not crowded. There are people up on the hill over there. The one camper down there is empty. I don't know who that is or where they're at or anything. The other camper behind the trees there, I know those people, and they're bad news people, I'm telling you. You don't want to camp with them. You will end up sleeping outside your camper next to the campfire or down the riverbank or all kind of stuff. He makes some pretty potent apple pie and peach pie and stuff like that. I normally don't partake of it, though. Fire pit does have some trash in it. I'm going to try to get that out here in just a little bit. But a little bit of trash. We'll get a fire going. I'm signed in. Unfortunately, the one primitive spot here, and I've got it, is right next to where you drive in. That you can see the gate if you look through the doors of the truck. But we're going to make the best of it. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get started around here, finish setting up camp, and maybe scrounge up something to eat. But I will get back with you in just a little bit. All right, welcome back, folks. It's already rained once, and pretty good little shower there for a little bit. And we're supposed to have storms rolling in about 7. Not sure what time it is now, probably around 6. So instead of coming out here and cooking over this smudge of a campfire I've got, which that would, I just split it last weekend. I know it's wet, but it does keep the bugs away. It's about to keep me away. But instead of cooking supper out here tonight, which we don't have a grate over the fire anyway, and I keep forgetting to throw something in my van. I ran up on this, I don't know how many times, get to a campsite, all there is a fire ring, no grate on it or anything. And I've got, I don't know how much stuff in my garage that I can make a grate out of, or is already a grate that would fit over that. But I didn't do it. So what I'm going to do, before it does storm, I'm going to get in the van cave, probably heat up some chili I got out of the freezer. It was left over from, I don't know how long ago, but we had it in the freezer, frozen in a Tupperware bowl. I'm going to heat that up, pour it over some Fritos, put a piece of cheese over the top that I found stuck to the side of my cooler. I got out here and I was thinking I was going to make a Frito pie, but I didn't bring any shredded cheese. And we had plenty in the refrigerator, but I didn't think about it at the time. Well, I was straightening things around in my cooler. There was a slice of American cheese stuck to the side of the cooler. Well, it wasn't green, so I figure it'll work for me. So I'm going to do that. In the meantime, I'm going to sit here, finish this beer. I gave up on fishing. I did lose some bait, but I never really got a good bite. So the way it's looking, I'll probably see you guys in the morning and we'll do some breakfast. I'm thinking breakfast burritos. We'll see. But till then, I'll see you later. All right, folks, let me cut this off for something copyright or copyrighted comes on. What I got is a bowl of Fritos, some scalding hot chili that I heated up in here, and this came out of the freezer. I don't really remember when the wife cooked it, but I know it was good the last time I ate it. Now here's going to be the deal. I got to get that in there without making a mess. I think I need to go to plan B. There we go. I'm sorry I didn't bother hooking a mic up. I probably should have, though. I'll tell you what we'll do, though. Instead of trying to get this cheese to melt on top, that's the slice that was stuck to the side of my cooler. Doesn't smell bad. So we'll put that on the Fritos. Dip us some chili in here. And I think we'll call that supper. Doesn't look bad. It looked better with shredded cheese on top, but I forgot that part. All right, I'm going to turn Dirty Harry back on. I'm going to sit down and eat this and probably be awake half the night wishing I hadn't have. So I'll get back with you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It is, I don't know, about 7:30, quarter to 8. I've been up for quite a while. I'm already, I don't know, my third cup of coffee, I guess. Sitting around in there doing nothing. Just too lazy to get out of the van. It did rain last night, had some pretty high winds. Of course, all my campfire wood got wet and everything, but that ain't no big deal. Sitting around here thinking about cooking breakfast and just can't get motivated. I guess once this fire gets going good and I warm up a little bit, I might throw something in the old skillet. I was thinking about making some breakfast burritos. And then when I was sitting there, I was thinking about that chili I got left over. I might make me a breakfast burrito and just pour chili all over it. Sounds disgusting, but well, it doesn't sound disgusting. It sounds good to me. Of course, I had heartburn all night last night from eating the chili, and I don't know why today should be any different. But I'm going to get this fire going. Hopefully that smoke will clear up a little bit. And if wood dries out, maybe. Then we'll get some breakfast going. Then we'll get back and see what's going to happen today. It's supposed to be a high of 70, but it's I think it's like 52 out here right now, and a pretty good breeze. And then coming off that river, it makes it feel a little cooler. But starts warming up, I'll get a little more motivated. So in the meantime, I'm gonna finish this other cup of coffee and try to decide on breakfast. We'll get back with you in just a little bit. All right, folks, we are gonna go with the breakfast burritos. I've got some venison sausage in here that I got chopped up and just fried a little bit. And instead of taking that out and scrambling my eggs and all that, I think I'm just going to scramble it all together. Maybe. These eggs are tougher than Tombstone territory. They're farm fresh eggs, and the membrane inside the shell is just hard as it can be, or tough. But as luck would have it, it looked good on camera that time. Shit. I didn't bring a paper towel. I didn't bring a napkin. I didn't bring nothing. Well, we'll see what kind of mess we can make here. Probably need to get that chili heating up. Tell you what, I believe I will. Well, we'll let that heat up and show you something I got here. This is the Cholula or whatever. The people that make the hot sauce with the round wooden lid on it, looks like a knob on top of the bottle. This is a salsa made by them, and this stuff is good. Anyway, I put that on my burritos and top it with a little bit of chili. And like I told you last night when I made supper, I only had one piece of cheese when I came out here. So our burrito will not have cheese. I might have to do a little more planning before I jump in the van and take off the next time. But I'll get back with a picture of this when I get this concoction made up. All right, I'm back with my mess I'm making. I am not by any means a burrito folder. I did the best I could do with what I had to work with. They look pretty tasty. I don't know if you can see it up there. Anyway, I got a little brown on them. Now my dilemma is, do I try to eat them out of a paper plate or just eat them straight out of the skillet? I'm saying skillet. Get everything shut off here. I'll tell you what, this wind is kicking my butt out here. And apparently it's going to go on for quite a while today. That ought to be about enough of that. And this might be a bad idea, but I'm full of bad ideas. Oh, it's going to make a mess. Well, there goes my plate. I'd say that skillet's still a little hot. Oh, man. Well, glad I was done with that. All right, folks. Breakfast fit for a king. Only thing I'm missing is some shredded cheese to go on top. But that ain't really happening. Had a fork. There it is. All right. You can't hold that cast iron skillet all day. All right, folks, I'm going to get over here and sit by the smoking fire and take this breakfast down my goozle. So, see you in a little bit. All right, guys, I don't know if you can hear me with this wind. I don't know what it's doing to my microphone. But while I wasn't doing anything, the wind was blowing 100 miles an hour. The pole over there hadn't moved except when, I don't know, a stick floats down the river and hits it. So, I don't even know if you can see the pole. Anyway, took a little stroll out in the woods and I found 5 of the elusive yellow mushrooms, yellow morels. So tonight's dinner plans will be enhanced with morel mushrooms. I'll take them in there and soak them and get some of the bugs out of them. Just cut them in half and soak them. Then I don't know if we'll fry them up or I'll throw them in whatever I'm cooking tonight. But there you go, morel mushrooms. All right, folks, we got a little bit of supper going here, and I'll show you what we're up to. Man, I had a couple of videos ago, I'd barbecued some rabbit, or grilled it, over the campfire. So now I've got it in this pot with some beef broth and some tomatoes, and I'm just kind of cooking it off the bone, or trying to. And once I get it cooked off the bone, I'll shred it, get the bones out of there, add maybe those morel mushrooms that I found today, and then add a little bit of rice, enough to make it thick, and maybe throw it on a tortilla. I don't know. We'll see. This tripod is the biggest piece of crap you ever seen in your life. I'm about to make a mistake, I'm sure. But anyway, we're going to cook that off the bone. It's been cooking for an hour or two, but the fire is marginal at least, or at best. So we'll get that cooked down, add some rice and our mushrooms, let it think about it, what it's done, and see what it looks like. All right, we'll get back with you in just a little bit. All right, I was having a little trouble there with my Bluetooth clicker. I have got the rabbit coming off the bone. It's been stewing in the tomatoes and broth. Now, if I can get the meat off of it, we will, I guess, add some rice. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think doing the mushrooms in with this would be an injustice to them. We only get them for a couple, well, I don't know, month and a half every year. So I think instead of putting them in here, I'm actually going to bread them in some cracker meal and fry them. The only regret I have is I don't have any butter to fry them in, which is the best way to do them. I about got that picked clean. Well, not real clean. I was trying to do it without getting my hands in there on camera. But that is the backbone. I don't know if any of you are used to getting the chicken neck or the backbone. You know it's hard to get the meat off of it. But I think I did pretty good on that one. Well, chicken neck or rabbit neck. Anyway, throwing that in the fire pit. Oh, man, that's coming apart good. Oh, shit. Probably shouldn't have stuck my hand in there because that's hot. I think that was a front leg. Like I said, I cooked this rabbit a couple of videos ago over a campfire, just grilled it and with barbecue sauce and whatever. Well, what I couldn't eat that night, I took home, put in the freezer, and happened to think about it, so I brought it out here with me. There you go. Pretty good. But I was trying to think of something to do with it, and I thought I could make, little rabbit and tomato and broth and a little bit of rice and get it thick enough I could put it on a tortilla. Well, then I started mushroom hunting, found those mushrooms, and I was going to put them in here, but damn, that seems like a waste of mushrooms because the flavor would probably get lost in here. And I don't know, I'm kind of wanting to enjoy them. So we'll see what happens. That was a bone. Man, really looks like I got a good start to the sauce pecan. I don't know. Probably just call it what you want to, but man, that's looking good. It's actually quite a bit of meat off of damn back piece and a couple of legs. I think if I do put rice in there, I'm going to have to add a little more broth or some kind of liquid. Hell, I may just add water. There's plenty of All right. I'm going to get you down there and show you what I got. Brain damage. Nothing but rabbit broth and tomatoes. I haven't even seasoned anything. All right, let me get back with you and figure out what we're going to do. All right, people, we're back. I tell you what, I opted out on frying the mushrooms. Went ahead and put them in with the rabbit and the rice and tomatoes and whatever else is in there. And the reason I did that, I'm running out of time. Got a phone call this afternoon. Apparently, somebody needs my expertise in the morning at 9 o'clock. So I'm trying to wrap all this up so I can get a night's sleep and then go do just a little bit of work in the morning. Just very little. I'm supposed to be retired, but when they call, you really got to go help them out. So I'll show you what we got. I opted not to fry the mushrooms just because of time and all that. I already had my little Whopper chopper charged up. I got a USB chargeable food processor. I was going to do my cracker crumbs, bread the mushrooms and cracker crumbs and then fry them. But as things went south, I just threw them in with the rest of it. Let me see if we can get over here. Heck, I probably need to. Let me get on over. We'll either burn up the tripod or we'll get a good picture. Or hopefully we'll get a good picture. Stewing right along. Kind of just waiting on that rice to get done. I did add some of that Cholula, or however you pronounce it, salsa that I had on my breakfast burritos this morning. So I'm going to let that cook down some. Let me see if I can find. There you go. Yeah, find a better looking mushroom than that. I was trying to flip it over. Anyway, that's one of the Morel mushrooms that I'd quartered up and threw them in there. Matter of fact, no sense putting it back in there. If we can ever get that rice done in there, I think we're going to be on to something. But I also think that I might be, instead of putting it on a tortilla, I might eat a bowl of that with some crackers that I was going to bread the mushrooms in. All right, guys. Sorry, I'm going to have to cut it short, but I'm going to have to wrap this up, wrap all this up, and get back to reality in the morning. Thanks for watching. And if you get a chance, hit like, hit subscribe. I don't know. Yeah, hit notification, hit anything. Check out my Amazon wish list. Check out my email. Yeah, if you want to send me a nasty note, email it to me so everybody don't see it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. All right, people. One quick update before we close this thing out. I finally got it done. Ooh. Scoop up a little bowl full here. And if I'd let it go on that campfire about 10 more minutes, I probably could have put it on a tortilla. It is thick. I probably need something besides a slotted spoon. I do have a spoon in there that doesn't have holes in it, but I may have to get it to get some juice out of there. Look at that. I mean, I don't know. best you can do with nothing to work with. All right, people, like I said before, ooh, shit, that's hot. Get a chance, hit like and subscribe, or like, if you want, hit subscribe. And if not, just enjoy the video. Well, thanks for watching. Watch me cut this off.